Sharm el-Sheikh conference of the parties also shows that there is a rapid shift away from the focus on emissions reduction towards security of supply and towards the inequalities across the globe that are becoming apparent through the energy transition. So this year, no progress was made at all in emissions reduction, in pledges towards emission reduction, and instead we see a focus on compensation.
Of course, during the visit of the President Ursula von der Leyen in Tirana, she even encouraged us to impose a windfall tax, since we were already protecting all our householders and small businesses with a social protection shield starting from September 2021, when Albania have been first time exposed to the prices of imports. Because no matter that we are producing 100% renewable energy, we are just covering 70% of the needs of the market, and the rest, the 30%, we are buying this on imports.
The interconnector between Greece and Bulgaria is a very important infrastructure. It allowed us to have a meaningful way of supplying gas from different sources, including LNG, as well as to get the full volume of gas from Azerbaijan at the negotiated price. And of course, this is an infrastructure that is of regional importance, as the volume allows to transit gas from Bulgaria to Romania and other countries north to southeastern Europe. We're working with Greece, and we're discussing a very large infrastructure project of building a pipeline from Alexandroupolis to Burgas. And together with the pipeline, we're actually discussing and building a transport corridor from Alexandroupolis to Burgas, Varna, Ruse, and then north to Romania, which our estimations show that it's going to be economically feasible and extremely important strategically, as it will allow us to bypass the long route through Dardanelles Straits, Sea of Marmara, and Bosphorus. It is strategically important also for NATO, as well as to support Ukraine with goods and support the recovery of the country.
Yes, so we are a pro-nuclear country, and we are very keen to put in place two more units, Unit 3 and Unit 4. They are country reactors at Chernavoda. We announced, I think, 2 weeks ago at COP27, together with our American friends, with US Exim, the financing with $3 billion of these two projects through US Exim. We announced 1 year ago at COP26 that Romania wants a smaller modular reactor, and we already choose the technology, the American one with a new scale, and we already choose a site for a smaller modular reactor in the middle of Romania at Doicești. It's around 120 kilometers from Bucharest.
Indeed, Kosovo currently relies very much on coal. 95% of our electricity production comes from coal, and we are aiming to change that. However, in the very immediate term, we are faced with what we have, and we have to face the situation with the capacities that we have. We have had issues, these being our power plants being 40 and 60 years old. means that energy security is always a challenge, and relying on them is always a challenge. During this summer, we have had capital investments in 4 out of the 5 units, and they are ready for winter now. Though when you have capacities this old, it's always unpredictable what can happen.
Energy security and green transition are not contradictory definitions but complementary, meaning that in Greece, for example, we have designed and currently implementing an energy strategy which will diversify the sources of supply of gas, for example, and I will come back to this, but also to diversify in terms of the types of the energy that we use. So we are moving from fossil fuels to green energy, and we are deploying rapidly renewables. Greece is the 8th country in the world when it comes to the renewables contribution to our energy mix. And according to the latest EY's study that was published a few days ago, Greece is the 2nd country in the world when it comes to the energy, to the GDP of the country, regarding the attractiveness in renewable investments.